Wow. Good morning from Western Kenya. My name is Cynthia and welcome to a new vlog. So I've really contemplated adding a voiceover to this video so that you can just enjoy the sounds, but I think it makes sense to at least add a voiceover so that I can guide you through what I'm doing, yeah, that sort of stuff. So as you've seen, I've been outside. Normally I wake up at around 6 something, maybe 6 or 6:30, go to the loo and then come back to sleep a little more. We must catch up with the little sleep that you can. And then after I wake up at maybe 7:30 or 8, I first make my bed, of course with the company of this little cat, which I don't even know if it's male or female, not even given her a name. Yeah, but then we make the bed with her and then go out to do the next task, which is usually cleaning the kitchen. I usually clean the kitchen, maybe remove the utensils that we used for the previous night so that I can wash them outside. But some days when we have things to do, like in the morning, we keep the utensils like maybe until 12. At night for cooking dinner, we mostly use this charcoal jiko because it provides warmth and then you can leave it for a little while. The house is big, so there is no risk of monoxide poisoning. So yeah, so we use this charcoal jiko, which my mom was gifted recently, and it's okay, it's good, but I don't see the aspect of it being eco-friendly because I don't think it does like it saves power or anything. Yeah, anyway, after that, I have my little snacks that I can get. Of course, there are a lot of fruits in the village. There are bananas, there are avocados, and everything you can think of. After having my little snack, I'll then go out and clean the outside the kitchen and the main house, like cleaning the main house and the kitchen. That is normally the arrangement of villages, especially in Western Kenya among the Luya people. That is the main house, and then there is the tiny one, which is the kitchen. Normally the kitchen is just mud, but you can find other people who cannot afford to build like concrete houses. They just have both houses as mud houses, and then they have the kitchen is grass thatched. Yeah, but we are fortunate enough to have a concrete house. Yeah, and so I just clean up and then start preparing for supper. My mom is the absolute expert in making mandazis, so I just had to call her to help because otherwise I would have made something else. My mandazis are usually so cracky and hard sometimes, but sometimes they just come out perfectly fine. So we don't know the secrets, but yeah, so she came and then made the dough, made the cuttings, and then left me to do the rest. On most mornings, my mom usually makes the tea and everything, so we just wake up and find everything ready. Something that I really appreciate because not most mothers do that, especially to their children who are now adults. But yeah, she does that and she's good at it. So let's finish our mandazi in the little sufuria. After breakfast, we now start the activities of the day, which this day my mom was collecting the maize she had made the previous night, and then there was this guy who was preparing some tiles that had broken at the door entrance, which I thought of how cool it was, the machines, and then I decided, you know what, I'm going to learn. And my brother was there teaching me how to do things. Not really teaching me because he was not sure himself, but at least he did it. He broke one tile because I was like, how are they managing to break these tiles like so accurately? So I tried and it was not working. Mbona shu wasli angati nani yasema nipata kisu na baljampe za kosi wala tagelo ndo
So ilimbo usukuma imberi namba ndiza kutaina kuno kando kanda kwaja kishaka do
shino
haya sukuma imberi
imbere ndiye
finyano sukuma imberi yeah, go imberi
The truth is, I was actually confused. I didn't know if front meant towards me or away from me, so I just gave up. So, for those town babies that don't even know that maize is planted, let me introduce you to maize harvesting. The process of maize harvesting includes going to the farm to actually pick up the maize, and then you remove from the what are they called? The packets, the green leaves. You remove from those green leaves, and then you come dry it while on the cobs, and then you're supposed to peel the seeds out from the cobs now. So when you have a large volume of maize like we did, which we could not peel by ourselves, we had to use this amazing machine, which this was my first time seeing it, because normally when maize is harvested, I'm usually not at home, usually at school. So this was my first experience. So they just put in the maize into this mill, and then it grinds the seeds off the cobs. You can see the maize coming from the other side, and then the cobs come in from this other side. But then the maize cobs, some of them still have some few seeds which are picked and returned into the mill for them to be released. And these are the maize. You can see like there are sacks of maize there which have been removed from the cobs for about 30-40 minutes, which could otherwise take days, if not even months, if people were doing it manually. And then after that you collect the cobs, which will be dried, and then they can be used to cook, or yeah, they can be used to cook, just that. And then we were removing it so that they can carry the meal, because there is other maize stacks that needed to be done with. So watch us and enjoy us. Meanwhile, you can subscribe if you have watched up to this point and you have seen that my videos are actually good. You can subscribe, give me a thumbs up so that I can know I'm doing something good. This was the maize on this other side were a little more than the ones which were from the house below there, and this is the end results. You get a lot of good maize. And after that, you can grind the maize and you have ugali. So welcome to lunch. Lunch you are having skuma, which is kales, with some eggs. Kienyeji eggs are from the chicken, which are not hybrid. So like they're so sweet. We're having kales, eggs, avocado, and ugali. Fantastic. We have my mother is a very good farmer who always has vegetables, so these kales were gotten from this little farm, of which right now there is even more kales because she planted more. There are also some pumpkin leaves and other vegetables like kunde, miro. You can get your pumpkins there and everything. So after having a fantastic lunch that day, I was craving to have beans and rice, so I took it upon myself to pick out the beans. Normally you can just buy beans from cereal shops or supermarkets and they're already cleaned and packed, but these ones are from the farm, so you have to remove like the few sticks. And I will still eat bananas. Remember I told you there are lots and lots of bananas here. There are lots and lots of bananas. So I ate my bananas while I picked the beans, and my brother was outside talking with his friend, not really friend but our neighbor who helps around sometimes. Yeah. So after that brief resting moment / working while seated moment, it was time to finish up the work that we had not finished, which was to help remove the remaining cobs in the house. But I went on to read this story. I was reading 7 Little Australians. I've not yet finished. And then, just to show you another perspective of how the day goes, this is another day, because I think that day that was the last time I filmed, or maybe until the evening. So this was me coming from the shop, from buying sanitary towels, and it's still crazy that 80 bob, and you can imagine there are people who cannot like afford that kind of money, yet these are like basic necessities.
Nalenga
Anyway, coming home, we had this food. It is called, is it called omushenye? Yes. It is made of sweet potatoes ground together with beans, and it was so sweet, so sweet. And just as we started with this two beautiful kettle, I love to say thank you so much for watching and see you next time.